I can see you, Kirk.
Chang.
Can you see me?
This is fun.
Hello and welcome back to another Stardust video, and today I'm doing the Erebus, which kind of reminds me like a plane, like the Airbus. Anyone know what I mean? Yeah, kind of reminds me of that. Anyway, this is a Halo stealth command cruiser, and it's basically part of the new update they've just had. And they've added in a load of ships. Well, I say a load of ships. They added in 6 new ships. Like most notably is the Spirit of Fire, which we've got right here. It's basically like an oversized support ship. In my opinion, though, the MC-85 is still better than the Spirit of Fire when it comes to support. Although this thing is very fun to play nonetheless. The grind for the cloaked vessels, you can either get 2 million on the Sahara to get the Hannibal, or you only need like 1.1 million on the Port Stanley to get the Hannibal, which is a lot easier if you have the Port Stanley. And then once you get the Hannibal, you gotta grind 5 million XP to get the Point Blank, which is a lot of XP, and I luckily had free XP, so I didn't have to grind through this. But I know people don't, and they have to grind with the Hannibal with 5 million XP, which is a pain. And then you move on to the next ship, which is the Point Blank, which is basically the Hannibal, but twice as good. But then you've got to grind 11.7 million XP to get the Erebus. So it's so much XP to going down this stealth line. It is worth it. It's just incredibly painful. Luckily for me, I have tons of 200% boosters, so I got through here in a good 6 hours. If you don't have any of those boosters, you're going to be there for quite a while trying to grind on this. It's really a tough grind, but once you get to the grind, once you get over the hill, you finally get it, and voila, you have it. It has 100,000 health. It's pretty much, as you go through the stealth tech tree, they get twice as good as the last one. And this one is certainly no different. The Mach gun to shields, it does like maybe 70,000 damage, and the Jester's a new type of Mach. It does more damage to shields. Its shield multiplier is incredibly high, while its health multiplier is really low. So you only do like maybe like 12k, 10k damage to health, but to shields, you'll do 70k. It has a 50-kilometer range collie gun, which is pretty good for like doing like a little bit of sniping from a distance with your collie gun. Just maybe if you want to kill someone who's just got a little bit of health left, just finish them off. You have a pulse laser, which is every prowler or cloaked vessel has a pulse laser. This one's no different. It's alright for a pulse laser. The main thing you want to look out for is you have it is the EM52 suppressor. That you have 8 of them, and they are very good at taking out shields. So not only you have a Mach, the Jester Mach can pretty much wipe out their shields. If it doesn't wipe out their shields, you send to the suppressors. The suppressors do tons of damage to shield, and by the time the suppressors and the Mach has fired, you've taken out their shields. And then you can fire the nuclear missiles, which will do maybe like 25, 50k damage to them, and then you can recloak. It has a special feature compared to the Prass Prowlers, is it has a sort of electronic warfare or an interdiction shield. It's a very bad addiction shield. It's also a very low range addiction shield. It's like a last minute, oh god, there's about 1 million missiles coming my way. Let me turn on the Dazzlers. The Dazzlers have a 120-second cooldown, so it is a last-minute sort of thing. You don't just use them like an addiction shield where you can just freely press them whenever you want. You have to do it when, like, let's say you're on really low health, you're trying to escape. You press the Dazzlers, then try and dazzle the missiles or whatever. You're reasonably quick. Your speed and your agility gets modified when you're in cloak. It actually boosts your speed and your agility when you're cloaked. I remember one of the administrators came into the voice chat when I was in it, and they stated the reason why it has a boost when it's cloaked is because it's quite big, and they felt that if it was the same speed, the same agility while cloaked, it would be an unfair advantage compared to the other prowlers, because it is meant to be better. It does more damage, but it's also meant to be, better, maybe more maneuverable or quicker in some way. And it has twice the health as the point blank. And here we are. I'm just going to fight Spike. There we go. Spike's dead. Yeah, can't be having none of that. And let's recloak. I don't want to be here because that's a predator, and okay, that makes sense. I was like, why is how did they let a predator get into our spawn? Because they're running away over in the distance with an endurance and a Suka. That makes total sense. Yeah, thank you. You are so helpful right now. I think the Predator actually outruns them, so they're in a bit of a problem. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's because there's so many people playing Point Blank right now, trying to grind for it. They just keep coming from nowhere, man. I swear to God. They keep coming. Oh. Yeah, you can see the little Dazzler shield. I didn't know that was coming for me or not. Never can be too sure. Alright, let's recloak. Fire the suppressors at that ship in the distance. I don't know if it's an Obi-Wan because I can't see the color. I think it's the slightly worse one. Ooh, a cradle. Now that thing has alright point defense. It's not the best. I wouldn't rely on it. It is a repair ship, so it doesn't really have good anti-cloak. It has missiles, but not enough to really damage you. You have 100,000 health, so like, not gonna do much. Most of the gameplay in this is literally just firing missiles, cloaking, waiting for the nukes to reload, decloaking, firing, and whatever range you're in, you'll fire whichever gun. So if I'm in 50, the Mac has a 50 kilometer range, so you have to be 50 kilometers, well, of course, to fire the Mac. But still, the missiles themselves, to smaller vessels, it's very good at taking out. What are you? You're that. I think my target. Do I help my team, who are in the distance, or do I go after the Predator? Real questions going on here. I'm questioning. I think the Predator is distracted. You know, typically Predators aren't that clever, so there's a high chance I'm going to be all right. Oh, he has no. Okay, well, let's just fire both things. No point firing my Mac at him. I won't do enough damage. If I fire my missiles at him, I'll do a decent damage to him. I take his shields out. I'm helping my team. Congratulations. He's a cradle. They're cradle. That's a spirit of fire. That's a scythe. Oh, that's an RS. I'm going to decloak. Recloak. Fire those missiles off, so he's like, oh, where did they come from? Oh, my shields, where did they go? I don't know, I've recloaked, you can't see me anymore. They used to have a 15-second cooldown on this thing for its cloaking ability, which basically just meant it could fire from a distance away, recloak, and then recloak again. By the time then your missiles arrive at it, it's cloaked again. It was a bit broken, so I think they nerfed it a bit, and they made it 25 seconds, which it's not the best. I would prefer 15 seconds, but for balancing reasons, it was a pain in the ass to deal with. I think it's for the better. It's for the better. Both have regenerative shields, so I'm not going to do that well. I think I'll fire my Mac at you. I will fire my suppressors at you, and I will fire my nukes at you. There we go. Oh, ooh, that's actually quite good. It's quite far away. It's unlikely. It's unlikely to hit. Okay, but I need to recloak again because I really don't want to be fired with. Ow, 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 ow. I would do more gameplay. The fact is, I just want to tell you right now, this thing is worth it, alright? It is a hell of a grind. I think it's definitely, like, to get to the final ship, it's one of the most grindiest things you're ever going to do. If you have tons of boosters, well, you have an advantage over people. Do I recommend it? Hell yeah. Get it for yourself. Have fun with it. It's amazing, alright? And I will see all of you in the next video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I'll probably make more videos on Spirit of Fire and whatnot. Maybe the Cradle, just to get the clout of the new update, you know, because that's all important and whatnot. So I'll see you next video. Goodbye.